this homemade cup mute. And in the description of that video, I said I wasn't about to purchase a Denis Wick. Well, guess what? That's exactly what I did. So now I have this Denis Wick cup mute because I had a solo in a summer jazz group and I wasn't about to use the little homemade botch job. So I shelled out for this big guy here, and today we're doing a review. The major selling point of the Denis Wick cup mute is the fact that this cup part is actually adjustable. In fact, if we were to take it out of the trumpet bell, it can be detached entirely. And, you know, that sort of gives you a straight mute. And if you have it right up against your bell with no open space, that gives you sort of a practice mute. But really, it's a cup mute that can play a couple different ways. The corks are nice. I have not had any problems with the mute falling out despite its weight. I've had that problem with a lot of other mutes I've tried. Not namely cup mutes, but just mutes in my collection have often fallen out of the bell of my trumpet, and that's no fun. It says Denis Wick London on this W-shaped sticker here. It says, once again, Denis Wick London on the bottom of the mute. And yeah, really, it's everything you'd expect in a nice cup. Now I'll give you guys a brief little rundown of the different sounds that this mute can produce. So, here it is with the cup in its default position, not moved at all from the end. Now what I've done is push the cup inward slightly so there is less air escaping between it and the bell. Now the cup is completely against the bell, so it sort of makes a practice mute. And just for the fun of it, let's lose the cup entirely and play it as a straight mute. So the tight cup, not completely up against the bell, i.e. the second demonstration, was sort of my favorite out of the different ways I tried. It's sort of the best for solo work and the lyrical stuff, and I wouldn't really advertise it as a straight mute or a practice mute, but it does sort of have that multiple personality edge that a lot of other cup mutes don't have. So if you happen to forget your straight mute but you have this for some reason, it'll kind of work, at least for the time being. So, I mean, it can do a lot of different things. One thing I really like about this mute is that the corks are not insanely thick, so you can actually access all the bottom notes without taking a knife and cutting down the corks. You can't do that on a lot of mutes. It's really sort of a weird thing that just doesn't happen on a lot of them unless you put in the extra effort. So this sort of, I guess, takes care of that. I actually am not a big fan of the sound in the high range, though. I don't know, I suppose a cup mute's not really made to scream, but I feel like it could have better sound up there. But, yeah, I mean, you deal with what you get. So I really do like this mute, and I can't really say I have any valid complaints about it, other than the fact that it is about $80 at my local music store, which is apparently, even then, a $20 discount from the regular rate. But really, I'd tried this and a Humes&Berg, and originally the salesman was trying to sell me the Humes&Berg, and, you know, he was sort of telling me it was less expensive and about as good, but after I'd extensively tried both and settled on this guy, he sort of admitted that I sounded better on it than on the Humes&Berg. So, unless everyone in your band is playing on a Humes&Berg, I'd say get one of these. You really do feel a $50 difference in those, you know, those bottom notes and the tone and everything. But anyways, it's your decision. Try them both. Try more. I just didn't feel like doing anything too wacky. And just settle on what you like best. Anyways, that's all for now. Have a nice day.